Hello, everyone, and welcome to my weekly Meltdowns coverage of the Challenge Double Agents episode 116. How is everyone doing this evening?
I'm doing very good now that the challenge is an hour instead of an hour and a half. Whew, thank God.
I know it's something about when Tyler sends me a message that says it's only an hour tonight. Just he's happy.
I have to say, it figures that the one time I tweet, like, come listen to us rant about it being a 90-minute episode that's only 60 minutes.
That's pretty on brand for us, though. So
I didn't even bother to change the time on anything. I just left it. Who cares?
It's too short, whatever.
It's too short. Hello, Matt Henning in the chat. See, that's it. That's all we need. Because, at the end of the day, let me just say, I actually enjoyed this episode because I love the fact that CT was training Big T.
Eye of the Tiger.
Eye of the Tiger. Man, they have taken all of these songs from my freaking iHeartRadio account. I have something called Allison's Mixtape that I call Allison's Mixtape.
Oh,
and I've got they played Depeche Mode tonight, Survivor. The lead singer Survivor is from Memphis, Tennessee, by the way.
Oh,
Jimmy
wow.
Jameson.
The fun facts here.
That's a fun fact. Yeah, it's about the only thing good comes out here. Hello, Dolores L. and Rel Walker. How are y'all doing? It's not a big episode. We lost Big T tonight, but that's okay. She went down swinging. I was emotional. I didn't like it.
Me too. I actually really appreciate now the full circle story of her and CT.
Sorry, I just pricked my finger with an X-Acto knife I was picking up. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Carry on.
Hey, listen, there's a show going on. Put the knives down. I know it's tempting.
I'm not bleeding. I was just checking myself for that. Sorry, Big T. Go ahead, Beth. Sorry.
No, to be honest, you pricking your finger was a little bit more exciting than this episode.
That was more entertaining than the 60 minutes I just sat through.
God.
For real.
Seriously. But no, I like the full story that we got from them, where they're working together and he's bringing out the best in her and she's bringing out the best in him. And then there's this really awkward betrayal where he's completely in the wrong. And then there's just they come back together and he's coaching her again. And he's I feel like he's truly learned. And I have to say, I kind of welled up a little bit when you could see him at the end of the episode when she's been eliminated, really consoling her. You did great. I'm so proud of you. Hyping her up even more, not letting her leave on a low note. And his confessional about her, about she's one of the most memorable and best partners I've ever had. I'm new to the challenge and that still got me, so I really liked that.
And just to give you some context, Beth, CT has certainly had emotional partners. Of course, the one that comes to mind is DM, who he had the relationship with, and she passed away from cancer. That was a love story for the reality TV ages, right? So for him to say that about Big T, I think is a huge honor.
Oh my God. Now you're gonna make me cry.
Yeah, but I think that's important context here for Big T, because she had a really good season. She beat freaking Lolo Jones in a swimming competition. I feel like she had the most entertainment and character and personality out of any of these newbies. This is her first season, right? Or is it her second?
This is her first.
It's her second. Big T's second. Amber's first.
Okay.
No, it was Big T's first season as well. She was part of the Rookie Girl Club, I thought.
No, she played last year because she did play last season because she got really, really drunk and cut her foot, and they had to take her in an ambulance to get her foot checked out, and she was screaming that she needed a wig, that she wasn't going to go.
I get that.
This is Big T?
This is Big T. Listen, Big T has changed a lot. I mean, does anybody else? Yeah, this is her third. This is actually her third. Yeah.
I thought she was with the Rookie Girls.
She hung out with them. She hung out.
Oh, I thought that it was her first season and that it was her, Amber M, Amber B, the
I think she just kind of
Love
like
Island
fell
UK
into
girl,
like that group instead
Gabby.
of like the Anisas that have been there for like a million years.
So that makes it even more confusing as to why Nani was like, I'm pretty sure we will see more of her, because like I feel like that was a confessional for someone who was on their first season.
Yeah.
So this was gotcha.
Also, Sam says, nice hair, Beth.
Yeah, that's right. She got her hair did.
So human. I don't have scraggly hair. I am blondified again. I you know what? I'll say this because I'll say it to you guys. I said it to some of my friends earlier today. I do want to issue an apology because in a world of COVID and a pandemic and social injustices and a lot of things happening in this world, there is no excuse for me to have such good looking hair. Yeah. And it is honestly, the distraction is just a little too much. So
yeah, honestly, like I'm offended. I'm about to cancel you here on there because I'm just so distracted by your radiating beauty. So I agree with that.
Me with my t-shirt and
like this because I can't. Can't deal with it.
I'm getting flashbacks to you know what.
Oh. Never mind.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I really thought that like this was a really good swan song for Big T. I really love that CT was like trying to encourage her to like work out more and like especially training for the final in particular. Like catered like exercises to that in terms of, and he was right on the money. He was like, you know, you're going to be running a lot. You're going to be going uphill a lot. That's what like basically every final is. So I thought that was really good training on his part.
That is a really good idea for any future players of the challenge who haven't played yet. You do need to practice at home and push your body to the limits to almost death. And I mean, not like death, but you know what I mean? To you cannot take it and build yourself back up, because a lot of these big guys, I mean, and women, they fall at the very end. And you think, oh, they've made it this far. These challenges are no joke.
Yeah.
They really aren't.
Yeah. For real. And I don't know. I think CT is sad to see Big T go, but I think also a part of him is like, I have a better chance of winning this thing.
Oh, yeah. Like, okay, let's be honest.
Yeah, because he gets to be rogue.
Yeah. When he was taking her helmet off, it was very, oh, you did a great job. You know, you did what you did. And it's again, I get to pick a new partner. You know, I'm in the final. You know, it wasn't, you know, and he hugged her. And I don't know. I just felt like it was.
Y'all, I won't lie. He went from like one end of the spectrum of I'm so proud, blah, 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 to the other end, which was like, I'm in the motherfucking finale. I think I'm in it. I was like, dude, are you constipated? Bro, you are so intense right now.
He's always he's been constipated for 16 years.
For real.
He does this thing with his nostrils where he goes like this.
Yeah, and then he like mumbles all his words, you know, he talks like this, and he's like, yeah, I'm in the fucking final now, so I don't really care.
Final. In the final. Guys, you know, you don't want to get into a nostril competition with me, because I used to do this. I used to train my nostrils.
Wow.
Look at that. It's like my nostrils are uneven.
Yeah, but look at this flexing that Beth is doing right now. That's pretty
I wanna pump it up. Till my nostrils getting
that's how I used to win staring girl. I used to win staring competitions because I would do this during a staring competition.
I feel like my keyboard typing is so loud.
It was very loud. It was like,
I go like this again. My face is twitching.
I mean, as you can see, like with the season wrapping up, like there is not too much to talk about here. I mean,
not even 10 minutes into the show and we're already done talking about it.
I mean,
like, I do have a couple things to talk about.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's talk about it.
Okay. We need to discuss this Big Brother Alliance and Amber situation, especially at the end when Amber wins the hall brawl, sends Big T home. They spent the entire episode, specifically Casey and Fessy, being like, Amber's so entitled. Like, we brought her along and blah, blah, blah. It's like, girl, she has done more playing of this game than either of you two have combined. You guys had numbers and you fell into things correctly.
Yeah.
She has worked and negotiated and done things. She's flipped. She's had to do a variety of other things to get where she's at. Calm your asses down. But the other part about it that I love is like, she wins. And I said, if she doesn't choose Fessy, she's a moron. And of course she goes and she chooses Fessy. And Fessy's like, well, I guess she's doing what's best for her game. But he says it kind of cockily. And I'm like, bro, like, it has nothing to do with you as a partner. It has everything to do with she's not going to see herself getting into the final unless you're, or into a brawl unless you're being put into, buddy. Like, right. I need you to think through this. Only like that was the only choice that she had. And it was ridiculous. And it shows the stark difference between the competitive and social and strategic capabilities of Amber and how dumb Nani is. I'm sorry. Nani is ridiculously dumb. Why would she choose Kyle for a partner?
Kyle is horrible. Like,
because what she just did was solidify that she's going to go into a brawl. I understand that they've done 2 female eliminations in a row.
I think they have to assume at this point, like, there's no more women's eliminations. Like, they're going to do one more guys, and then that's it.
Probably, but you never know. What if there's a double elimination? What if there's, there's a variety of things. Like, and least of all, who do you want to be a rogue agent? CT or Kyle?
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, she basically just like gave like a free ticket to the final for CT. It just like it all like is going to depend on like who gets him as a partner for the final, which we still don't know like how that's going to work. But yeah. So
I'm going to tell you.
Tell me.
This is what's going to happen. They're going to have one more girls elimination next week, and then it's going to be a even field of 8 people. Okay. And then we're going to run the final.
But is
individually?
No. I think they're going to do it as partners. I've been saying it all along that they're going to run it individually. But I feel they will run it as partners.
But if they do another female elimination, there's 2 extra guys.
See, I'm not making any sense like this.
See, CT is rogue agent, which means that a guy's got to go next.
Right.
What you would assume. But, I mean, what I'm saying is never assume anything in these games.
Mm-hmm.
I just totally confused myself. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm being serious.
From my understanding, there's going to be one more guys elimination. And then
okay, there's only one more guys elimination.
Yeah.
But I think that, like, why do they keep doing this? They should have just left it at 10. They don't have to keep doing this. What are we going to have, 55 episodes of this shit? I mean, just let's do the final already, because we're going to have
it does look like we only have 2 weeks left. So it looks like it's next week episode and then the finale.
Yeah.
So first of all, thank fucking God. We've been covering the show since December.
16 weeks.
I want it known I've missed 2 weeks in a row and I haven't missed anything.
I have aged 84 years in these past 16 weeks.
I've become a grandmother since this show started 16 weeks ago. A child has been conceived.
I have become a brunette and then a blonde again.
Yes.
In the time frame that this is taking.
Tyler's a father now. He has a dog.
Yeah.
I have gone back on hormone. No,
I'm getting
endometriosis.
Tied. I made the decision to get my tubes tied since this show began. Anything else?
I feel like this is turning into like an ASMR therapy session.
I've become not anywhere near eligible to be vaccinated to being fully vaccinated. In the time frame, let's put this into let's talk about this. Vaccines weren't even distributed yet when the show started, and I'm fully vaccinated.
I'm not. It hasn't even hit my age range in Tennessee. I can't get vaccinated. My mom went to the ER today because she did a cartwheel over a rocking chair, and they wouldn't let me in the waiting room again because I'm not vaccinated.
She was probably doing a cartwheel because she was just like so excited that like Fessy and Casey have made it so far in this season, and it's just like really great television.
Listen, my mom's life is the challenge.
Listen, I think we should always hold our microphones like this because first of all, we have the same mic. Mine's black, but we have the same mic.
We do.
And Also, I'm getting like NPR vibes from when, like the SNL NPR vibes when they would talk about like sweaty balls, and like Dusty Muffin and stuff like that.
I kind of feel like we sound like an FM like radio like advice column to like call into.
Call on in. We're here.
And let's talk about things like since this show started, I've had my first hemorrhoid. It was very unpleasant.
Of 2021 or just in general?
Just in general, I put Neosporin.
Oh, well, girl, welcome to the club.
Walgreens brand, probably not the best idea. So I had to go get the real non-greasy hemorrhoid, non-sticky ointment.
We want everyone to know that this is quickly turning away from. We actually talked about this beforehand, that we would probably only be able to cover the show for about 15 minutes before it turns into a BS breakdown, and we are about right on schedule for that.
I think we made it about like 7 solid minutes before we started going off the rails.
I tried that by a customer today. Told me that I did not have the common sense I was born with. Can you imagine?
That customer was me.
It was Tyler disguised his voice.
I want everyone to know that nobody is born with common sense. That's the best part about common sense is that it becomes common. Like it's common knowledge in the sense that you learn it and it becomes a societal thing. It is a socialized thing.
Wow, if I were Hyde, that would be very deep.
If you were born with common sense, then you would know to automatically poop in the toilet. You wouldn't do it in a diaper. Right?
Speaking of pooping. No, just kidding.
I want to give a quick shout out to our mod in the chat, Matt Henning. He's going to handle talking about the challenge.
Hey,
I'll tell you what the challenge really is.
I'll tell you what
keeping us on track.
Yeah.
I have something. Slim tea is something that I recently discovered. Slim tea. It's a laxative tea.
Oh.
And it cleans you out. I think it may have caused my hemorrhoid.
Actually, that is very likely. Well, first of all, this is why you don't listen to sister-in-laws when it comes to your pooping. No, just kidding. So here's the thing. When you cleanse yourself out, it actually puts a lot of strain in that area, which would create a hemorrhoid. So I would assume that is the case. You guys didn't realize that you were going to get some high-quality large intestine talk on the show.
If I'm cleaning my butthole too much, that would cause a hemorrhoid?
No, not your butthole. You're like when you're pushing,
straining?
if you're constantly pooping.
Yeah, I think it causes.
I say this as someone who has IBD. Hi, I'm Beth Dixon.
It's almost gone though, I think. But that's enough about. I almost named it.
Hold on. We have a really important question in the chat from Adrian Celeste here. Wants to know, Beth, which is more exhausting, this season of the challenge or season 13 of Drag Race? I would say exhausting is the challenge. Season 13 of Drag Race is like it's just like never ending as well. But at the same time, like both shows are still going and the challenge has almost a solid month on Drag Race. Drag Race started on New Year's Day. And we are still many episodes away from a winner.
I just want to say, Matt, we're not going to get demonetized. We have shown the anatomy of a dick and balls on this show.
That's true.
We made money off of it.
Yeah.
So,
Sam wants us to talk about Jenna and Zach.
Jenna and Zach. Did they have the baby yet or did they just get married?
I think they just had like a quick like shotgun wedding because she's pregnant,
Nicole
right?
And Victor.
Yeah.
Because we all know that we all know that Victor took Nicole's last name because that's the kind of guy he is.
Oh gosh, I feel so bad. Like the de-evolution of Victor. Ever since Nicole came into the picture, yeah. We need to do like a forensic like investigation and like have like a timeline of like pictures.
Oh my god.
And like evidence like bit into like the walls.
We need an evolution.
We need to look like Charlie Day from
a man turning into a monkey. We need Victor turning into.
Do you mean a monkey turning into a man?
Turning into a Chad.
Or whatever it is. I don't know.
The evolution photo.
The evolution of Victor. I'm sorry, the evolution.
I would like to point out, I don't know who Jenna and Zach are.
Yes, you see, Jenna and Zach. Okay, so Zach was on the Real World Austin, and Jenna was on the Real World where they brought the exes on. She is Jay's ex. I actually played 2 cycles of sequester from with Jay, and we ended up hating each other and ended up becoming friends. It was kind of funny. Anyway, I made a big sacrifice for him. I really did. Anyway,
was it your dignity?
It was my dignity. He knows better. But anyway, no, and they met on the challenge. They have a very dysfunctional relationship last season on the challenge when Jenna played and Zach did not. Zach felt the need to go, as many insecure people do, go through all of her Instagram, Facebook, and everything DM on the planet. I think he went back 3 years when they weren't together anymore and accused her of cheating. Bitch, we weren't together anymore. Let's just first of all call out the elephant in the room. Why are you going through my shit? That means you're up to something. And then you're going to say something to me about talking to people from 3 years ago when we weren't even together. That's none of your business.
I mean, I think that what you said here makes a lot of sense in that typically the people who get the most upset about things are because they perpetuate them themselves.
I'm telling you, and I just thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam. I just got corrected by a high school junior. His father wasn't even alive.
Also, I want to say hi to Rory the Virgo, who's joining us here.
Rory,
he's been away this month, but he said, "Have y'all changed this much in a month? What happened while I was gone?" Allison,
listen.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Beth. I'll let you go.
No, all I was going to say is, Rory, without you as an active part of the family, we have devolved into nothingness.
This is true.
But seriously, this is the first time the 3 of us have been together in a couple weeks, and it took 9 minutes for us to just absolutely go crazy.
Oh, wait a minute. So the season of the challenge will end on April 21st. Is this for real? Can this be verified?
It's wait, hold on. That's got to be the reunion episode. Is the 21st.
Oh God, they are gonna drag that reunion out for 3 episodes.
We don't need to cover 3.
I'm not covering that unless something legendary happens, and then I'll talk about who do you see winning
with this cast. I doubt it.
Who do I see winning the season of the challenge? I honestly cannot tell you because they keep doing weird twisty shit.
Well, I also feel like the edit has not been something that you can consistently rely on. I mean, if it had to do with the past couple of weeks, I would say there's an underdog. Well, I would have said there was an underdog story for Big T, but she's gone.
Yeah.
Now the underdog is either Kyle or Amber B. And kind of CT. CT has a huge story going on right now. But then you've got Casey and Leroy, who are coming really close to winning all these challenges and setting a record. But my point to Tyler tonight was, when a season is 7,000 months long, of course you're going to set a record for how long.
Right. Yeah, that's what I said in our chat. I was like, I wonder if they have broken like the record for daily challenge wins in a single season. Maybe Adrian or somebody else in the chat can check on that for me. I'm very curious, but I don't know. I at this point I'm rooting for Cam to win. I think that she is just really just an A+ person. It doesn't even have anything to do with like competitive prowess or anything. I just think that she's just a genuine good human being, and I want to see that rewarded.
I'm sorry, this was a thing. So Zach was accusing Jenna of being shady. And this was a season before the season.
Are you talking about this?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what I was just clicking. What did I just have?
Me and Beth we're like
I don't know.
Going at the same time to fix that.
This microphone's getting heavy.
I know. I had to change it multiple times.
Here's the thing. It gets heavy in your hand. You got to switch hands. Anyway, so he had a Bumble account. I didn't even know what a Bumble account was. I had to look it up. Okay. I don't know anything about this dating stuffs. Okay, So he had a Bumble account, and when he got busted, he like walked out of the room, and he was like, she followed him outside, and he was like, "You just need to leave me alone. Can you not leave me alone for a minute? I'm going to call security."
He also just says like really shitty things to women. Like
he does say shitty things to women.
Really terrible things. Like he should not be given like any kind of like platform on television or online or anything.
He looks better since he cut his hair, because that was some bad hair.
It was like Tarzan vibes.
Yeah, it was very Tarzan.
Well, it sounds like this guy has the opposite of what Casey has, which is a personality. And Yowie here has said, even when she stabs someone in the back, Casey is boring.
Yes, that's the thing. Like, I mean, Casey and Fessy, they're like, we've played this game so well because they think that, like, in their minds, like, competition is, like, the only thing that matters, right? Like, that's why they can't identify that Amber B has been playing the game very well, and she's not entitled to anything. She's just working her ass off for it. Because these people haven't, because they've just totally broken the game in any type of entertainment or television show. They are that boring.
That's what it takes to win Big Brother, or that's going to be my new audition tape for Big Brother. I'm just going to sit here like this and go, I'm going to come
with the mic blocking your face.
Blocking my face. And I'm just going to be
You don't get to see me until you bring me to Hollywood, and you just like hide behind.
You don't get all this until I come there.
This
and I give you all
free, bitch.
I'm going to audition like this.
That's right. I'm going to audition like that.
As Allison.
I'm just going to audition. Tyler?
My name is Allison G.G. Kelly.
That's right.
I'm auditioning for Big Brother. Y'all messed up when you didn't pick me. You picked Sam for Big Brother 20 instead.
But you know what? I also would have said curb stop somebody.
I knew exactly what that meant. I didn't need that explained to me.
I know. That was the best part of that season, is like explaining to people. They were like, what does curb stop mean? I was like,
all you have to do is be boring and slightly crazy in the eyes, because I'm more terrified of someone nuts than I am someone violent, because a person, when someone's going to start swinging, you don't know what a crazy person's going to do. So you want me.
Ladies, this is a good tip here. If a guy won't leave you alone, if they're following you, just turn around and start barking like a mad dog at them. Just really, I mean, get into it. Not just like, ruff, 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 like a, I mean, go for it, because they don't know what to do with that.
I have a funny story.
Okay, please tell.
It has to do with me standing in a movie line in 1997.
Okay.
I was 9.
I was 20.
Wait, in what year?
Shut up.
1997.
97? I was 6 years old.
God. Okay, so anyway, God, this is okay.
I put the microphone down, by the way. I'm getting sick of
it.
I have to tell the story.
Okay, yeah.
It's like October 1997. And God, I wish I could call one of my friends, one of the two friends that I still know that was there.
Tell you how the story
was the funniest, weirdest thing. Okay, late October 97. I have a 1-year-old. My husband and I have separated. We're going to get divorced. Scream 2 is coming out. And this was back when you stood in line forever. We're like the 7 o'clock Saturday night showing, okay? And me and my two friends, this guy and this girl, are standing in line. And like, Allison don't play. I will get in line 2 hours early to be freaking first or second, okay? This bitch right here saved an entire row for episode 1 of The Phantom Menace by her damn self for 10 minutes. Don't ask me what was involved, but I did it. But anyway, back to 1997. So we're standing in line, we're behind this couple. All of a sudden, like 7 people show up and get in line with them in front of us. And the girl and the guy I was with, the girl was like, oh, I guess there's not a line here. And the other girl just turns around and she goes, they're with us, so you can just chill out. And I just like kind of flipped a switch and I go, well, they haven't been here the whole time like we have. So the back of the line's back there.
Good.
And they're looking around like, I'm 4'11", first of all. Okay. This is like, they're like, where did that even come from? Oh, hey. little
You down there.
And they just like they started being smart asses, and they turned around because they knew like they weren't gonna do anything. And so I shit you not, I started doing this. Like I got real pissed off, and I started making weird fucking noises, and I'm like, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it.
What if they make those noises back?
4 of the people went to the back of the fucking line.
Yeah.
And the others were just like, would not turn around and look at me. And my friends were like, oh my God, what are you? They're like, what are you doing? I'm like,
so what we just learned, ladies and gentlemen, for those that are watching RuPaul's Drag Race season 13, is we found the origin story of Utica's jokes from this past episode.
Wait, so actually, I want to ask you about that. So I keep seeing online like Utica like didn't land some kind of joke, and also RuPaul wears sweatpants. And since we covered season 6 on our Patreon, www.patreon.com/myweeklymeltdown.
I wear sweatpants right now.
Time out. The fact that you could stand on your chair and we still almost see all of you.
Yeah. If I tried to do that, I would bust my ass.
So here's the tea. Here's the tea. Okay. RuPaul always comes down.
Sorry.
I love that your fly swatter is hanging. Like it's like a trophy right above like a framed picture of your cat.
Yahweh says, "Stand up, Beth and Tyler." Yeah, I'm not standing up.
I can do that. I don't trust myself.
I'm definitely not standing on my chair because this is a very expensive chair. But I also I'm not wearing pants. I want people to see.
Well. What are you wearing?
But going to RuPaul for a second. So this episode, similar. So you know how in season 6 of Drag Race they had the stand-up comedy routine. They have often done some kind of either stand-up comedy or roast. And traditionally in the past, the roast has been about RuPaul or Michelle Visage or somebody like that. Okay, Tyler, your typing is ridiculous.
I'm so sorry.
Hold on, I gotta reply to the chat.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
Okay, go ahead. I'm done typing.
No, you're fine. So basically, what happened in this one is that they brought back 3 former Miss Congenialities for Drag Race. They brought back Valentina from season 9, Nina West from season 11, and Heidi in Closet from last season 12. And
I like that name.
Basically, yeah, it's a great name. So basically, they call it the Nice Girls Roast. And so obviously with a roast, not only do you roast the people that the roast is about, but you try to roast some of the other queens. You would roast the panel, judges, that kind of thing. Utica, in her run-through, was coached by Lonnie Love, who is a guest judge for this week and has done a couple guest appearances already this season, and Michelle Visage to basically be like, what you're saying isn't funny, it's just mean.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a joke in there. You're just saying a mean comment. And then, and like, her response was to go like even further with it. And then she would like laugh to herself. And they're like, no, like, you're not funny. Like, you're me. Like, so she wasn't making that connection.
So they told her beforehand. Like,
they told her beforehand. No,
this is not going to go.
So then she goes on the stage and she's basically trying to make a fat joke to Nina West. And she's trying to sound like a whale. So she's going, oh, I thought you spoke whale or something like that, right? And it was like really no joke there. It was just, it's not like,
just like an uncomfortable courtesy laugh from everybody.
Right. So that's what I was alluding to here. But when it comes to RuPaul, what people don't realize, I guess, I thought this was common knowledge, but it wasn't. RuPaul, when she comes down the runway, when she's introducing like the welcome to this week's, and she's like, may the best women win, or actually now they changed it to may the best drag queen win, which is nice. But anyway, when she does that, she's normally in this really beautiful head to toe outfit, but it's common knowledge that once she gets behind the desk, she takes the bottom part of whatever she's wearing off and just wears sweatpants underneath because it's long filming, right?
Do the same thing.
So Utica took that knowledge and said, RuPaul, you are such a fashion icon. Stand up. And told her to stand up And RuPaul just sat there and went,
and
gave her double birds. So that picture I sent you was her actual response to Utica, and did 2 double birds, which the best part about that is she wasn't wearing nails. So she's just like,
oh my God.
And smiled or whatever. And it was a hot mess. And then later on in like the judging, when they're like lining up or whatever, like Utica was like, I got you to give me birds, like double birds. And she's like, yeah. It was like not funny for RuPaul. Was very fun. Like Utica was just having this disconnect. So anyway, that was a 5-minute discussion and explanation of what that was. But it was a hot mess.
What y'all were talking about, but you know what the point of my story was?
Sorry.
Is people they're terrified of crazy. If I had acted like I was going to beat that girl's ass, there would have been a brawl. There would have been a fight in line for Scream 2, the 7 o'clock showing in 1997. But I decided, since I've already lost my fucking mind at that point, just to act nuts. Because people are scared of crazy.
No, they really are.
The Waffle House waitress that punched me. She probably still has nightmares about my little nun mouse. Y'all, something floated down during your story, and I don't know what it was, and I don't know if y'all saw me. Okay. Yes, we're going to cover the new Survivor, the new Big Brother. We're going to we're trying to figure out how to do the new challenge, because I would rather cover the All-Stars. But if we only have a couple of weeks, we'll figure it out. Please go watch our Real World Homecoming show we did last Friday.
Yes, guys, please watch Allison and Tyler. Like, they did such a good job with the episode. Please check it out. I haven't watched it, so I've watched your episode. I haven't watched the Real World, what you guys were discussing. But it sounds really interesting, with a lot of different social justice issues being brought up to light, and things that like they're discussing in the context of 2021. That was based in 1993.
I would love to hear your perspective on it, Beth, as somebody who is like very vocal online about like these social justice issues and stuff like that. It's so fucking good. Like,
how many episodes is there?
There's 4 so far, but I think it's only going to be like 8 or 9, because they were only there for a week. So
the original season of The Real World is 13 episodes, and they're only 30 minutes long, but they're not really 30. If you are lucky enough
23 or something
to have the Paramount Plus package without the commercials,
it's
not 30 minutes. But if you're Allison and you pay for not having commercials and you still get commercials, I'm sorry, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 80 seconds, that's still commercial. I can't run to the bathroom and pee in that much time.
Have you wait, so you're paying for, like, legitimately, it's not a joke, like you're actually paying for the price and you're still getting commercials?
I upgraded my package to the non-commercial upgrade when it turned into Paramount, and my ass is still getting commercials.
You should reach out to customer service for that.
You sound like my mom calling me to ask me like iPhone questions.
It's horrible. They don't want to answer it. Okay. Well, I'm looking at your account and it says you don't have commercials. How about I take a screenshot of me trying to watch the fucking Real World Homecoming in a fucking goddamn commercial for the guy that tells you not to be your parents.
You also have to send them a picture of you with like your framed cat photos behind you.
Yes, I'm not insane. And let's just add the fucking fly swatter in there too. How about I just make the call like this? Did I really look like crazy?
To be honest, that would be on par.
I don't know.
Either that or
I can't figure it out.
I have this inside joke with my friend Dylan, where we call and we talk to each other with the camera and go like, hi, thank you. I'm a longtime listener, but first time caller. I'm such a big fan, and was wondering if you will be covering this next episode. It's so stupid, but if you did a call like that, guarantee the theme of this episode apparently is how to out crazy people. That's a way to do it. People will do whatever. Fine, you don't want commercials?
You see me? Listen,
I see your eyebrows.
This has to be your audition video. Is like you calling them like this.
I want to be on Big Brother, and I heard that you wanted really boring people, so my eyebrows have get a lot of attention.
Your eyebrows do look good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Very much appreciate that.
You know what? You have like a really nice arch in your eyebrow. Like mine just kind of goes.
That's how mine are too.
And I'm here for it. Yeah.
You know, I don't have. You know what I have, and I don't care. I'm not shy about it.
I'm scared.
Hair. I'm a big hair. Oh my God, 2 big hairs. You know, I had my eyebrows done. I didn't have them tattooed. Okay, I didn't do the tattoo thing. But see, I plucked my eyebrows in the late 90s and early 2000s so much that there's nothing going on. You'll remember, I had them filled in like strokes. These are freaking strokes. It is one of the most painful things I've ever had done in my life. It hurts so bad. I had to go back for 2 touch-ups. What?
Rory the Virgo says, my weekly meltdown, but the camera raises every 5 minutes. So we start down here.
Oh, you know, I could just do the show like this. I was in the, can you see me now? Look, I'm that Folgers commercial. I'm that when you're done, when they can see your sweatpants, you make it a Folgers day. It's part of waking up.
I just screenshotted that.
You know, to the 15 people who are watching us, I'm not even gonna apologize. Like, you guys are the ones that are like
these 15 people are the real MVPs for real.
You guys are the bomb. Everybody who watches us week in and week out and knows that at any given moment the show is just gonna go to shit.
Oh, for real. Yeah.
But that's why we, you know, my weekly meltdown. The brand is in the title there.
God damn it. Sorry, Jesus. No, seriously, I was trying to do something and I dropped it.
Sorry, Jesus.
Oh, now I hit something where it says align the grid on my computer. I don't know what that means. See, look. See the grid?
Listen,
so look at my computer now. Okay,
listen,
see the grid?
How
do you know how to get rid of that? Oh, now it's on letters. Stop. Oh, what the fuck is this?
God, this is Windows problems if I've ever seen it.
Wait for it. Hold on. Somebody help me. Oh, nobody moved. I fixed it.
Everybody in the chat's like, yeah, we know.
Listen, if anybody in the chat is not a patron, and you would like to support this kind of content, for the very least to help pay for Allison's commercial-free but still gets commercials.
Yeah.
I'll start posting videos of me feeding my cats every morning. That should be fun.
God.
And then Tyler can post videos of Sora shitting outside and how excited he is about it.
Oh my God, she went poop outside tonight. I'm so proud of her.
I'm talking about a dog, by the way.
No, but it was she like it was raining earlier, so I wasn't sure how she would like it. Wait, what did you say?
I was talking about a dog, by the way.
What did you say?
Poop outside for the first time. We're talking about a dog, by the way.
I didn't know I to think you had like a little kid and you were taking it outside to shit.
Listen, I live in New York City. I've seen
that's
some people
just a Friday night, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. So just some like housekeeping for what's coming up. We're gonna start planning like a game night. I think for our patrons. So we will be announcing that soon on our patron page, and then tomorrow we'll be back to recap the Invisible HOH week for Big Brother Canada. Allison, your draft team's gonna be knocked out tomorrow.
Shut up. This is gonna be me on game night. This is me on game night. Are the rules posted? Can I see the rules? I don't see the rules.
So what I thought we could do for a game night, and if you're a patron, I want your thoughts either in the chat or on Patreon. Like, feel free to weigh in on what you would like. There's some choices we could do. I thought what I would do is set up a Zoom call, and then we could do some games via Zoom. So we could either, if there was enough people, perhaps we could do something like Werewolf play werewolf. Or we could do something like code names for people who know how to play code names. That's a really fun game. We could do something like Jackbox. I have a few of the Jackbox games that we could play easily, and kind of go from there. Tyler and I had thought it would be fun to try to get Allison to play Among Us with us.
I would love that. I would love to see Allison play Among Us.
I look like my mother right now. Did you post it? Did you post the directions yet? Can you hear me?
Yes.
No, I don't know games because I don't know that.
Allison's gonna be like, what's this vent? How come I keep popping in and out of it?
You're gonna be like, okay.
They're gonna be like, is there any way for us to just kill her? Can I just die and do commentary?
Oh my god.
Yeah, so we're planning a game night pretty soon, and then Big Brother Canada tomorrow, and then next week will be honestly, I wouldn't mind if we recapped like the challenge All-Stars that's on Paramount Plus, and then like we just yada yada if anything eventful happens on next week's episode of the challenge. I don't know. We'll plan all that off air, but we'll figure it out.
And at some point, because it's a meme at this point, Tyler and I will be trying to figure out a time to do the Nintendo.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We've been saying it for 2 months now. At first, it was just we'll do a series. We'll do Mario, then we'll do Zelda, maybe we'll do Pokemon, because for those that are interested, like Mario celebrated 35 years last year, but because of COVID, they postponed the celebration until this year. Mm-hmm. Zelda, Legend of Zelda is 35th anniversary is this year. And Pokemon is 25th anniversary. And so it's like we both grew up playing Nintendo. We still play Nintendo. And we really wanted to do a show kind of honoring all of that.
I would love to geek out. Allison's like, what?
My son is obsessed with this stuff.
I would love to get him on for that show. That would be so much fun. And then he could share embarrassing stories about you.
Oh, this kid's on lock. He knows to keep his mouth shut. He knows what's good for him. Yeah, I feel like this is the Snyder cut of our show. Does anyone get that reference?
Snyder? I do. Justice League, baby.
Justice League, like you had the Joss Whedon cut of Justice League, and then you have the 4-hour Zack Snyder cut, which is way better. Like, how do you get an entire movie from another movie when none of that movie's in the other? It's just so much better. It's crazy. I need to do a show. I've watched it twice. I've watched this movie twice. That's 8 hours.
Really?
I've seen it twice.
But
yes.
You had time for that, but not Big Brother Canada?
No, I'm caught up on Big Brother Canada.
Okay, good. I'm very proud of you.
I'm caught up on Big Brother Canada, but I feel like
it's a good season, y'all.
I don't really. Could you guys give me just like a little bit of overview of this show?
Like, what's been happening on it?
I mean, basically, Victoria's just nuts.
Okay, so I didn't miss it.
Yeah.
As a tie-in to something that I talked to Tyler and Allison about before the show started, last Friday I got in this like mood where I just like really wanted cookies, and I went on to goldbelly.com and ordered Jacques Torres cookies from Brooklyn, which are like this big chocolate chip kind of cookie, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then woke up with regret about it because I was like, I just spent like basically $50 on like a dozen cookies. Like, that's ridiculous. And I was like, well, what I should do is just make sure it hasn't shipped yet, and then I can cancel it. And I just got the notification that they just shipped. So,
ooh, that's exciting. That's a good day.
Yeah,
I love cookie doughs.
But I got cookie dough too. Okay, so like full disclosure.
I'll eat it. Damn, I'll eat it on the show.
What if I did send you shit? I was like, there you go.
Yeah, just send me the cookie dough. I'll take care of it. It's fine. I'll take one for the team. Jesus!
One last thing I'm very excited about, y'all. The Banjo-Kazooie Amiibo came out, and I picked it up.
It looks so cute.
It looks so good. I bought 2 of them.
What in the hell is that?
Okay. First of all, Tyler, explain what an Amiibo is, and then I need to quickly rant about the Sanrio Amiibo cards, but go ahead.
Yeah, so an Amiibo is basically an interactive figure that you tap onto the Joy-Cons of the Nintendo Switch, and it gives you like some kind of upgrade or like reward in-game type of thing. But for Super Smash Brothers, they have one for every character, and Banjo-Kazooie was one of the DLC for Super Smash Brothers. Banjo-Kazooie is my favorite game of all time.
DLC stands for downloadable content.
It's like extra characters.
Extra content.
But Banjo-Kazooie coming to Smash was my 2020 presidential campaign, and it worked. So they are in Smash now, and so
and
they
it worked.
Yeah, and it was all me. I have to say, it was all me.
It was all time.
I was very vocal on Twitter about this, and so
more
the
so
Amiibo,
than the actual 2020 election. It was actually kind of scary.
Yeah, exactly. No, my Twitter is basically just politics and Banjo-Kazooie, not gonna lie. But yeah, so they have the figure now, and I love Banjo-Kazooie so much.
Conversely, I would now like to directly talk to all the scalpers.
Yeah, fuck you guys. I heard the Animal Crossing thing is a mess, right?
So yeah, okay. I'm a break all of this down, shall we? Amiibos. Like he just said, they're either figurines or in the case of Animal Crossing, there's 400 plus cards that you can scan in and have some kind of interactive thing in the games, right? I've started collecting them as an actual collector's thing, not just to play for the game, but because I actually want to enjoy whatever. They had this collaboration with Sanrio, which is the company that has like Hello Kitty and a whole bunch of the other kind of like cutesy kind of characters and such in Japan. And they had like basically a crossover where with these 6 cards, these are going to be 6 characters that there's no way you can bring them into your game other than having these cards, right? And I was like, I want to get a pack, not only for the collector's thing, but just because I want to have these cards. They had what?
What did they do in game for Animal Crossing?
You invite the characters because you can't get them any other way. Like those are the villagers, and then you can also get like all their furniture and stuff.
Allison, what is that face?
Oh no, excuse me, I'm gonna do it too. That's telling a story, and you pull this shit.
I was listening because I've seen all over Twitter. These cards have been like impossible to get.
Well, basically what ended up happening is that the cards went on sale at exactly 9 a.m. Eastern only at Target. Nintendo said we're only going to put them in Target, and each Target store across the country is only going to get 70 packs.
Oh God!
And each Target and you can only have 2 packs per customer. Damn. So basically, it's like 35 people are going to get these at every store. And what Target did to try to like combat against bots, even though it fucking failed, is they said it has to be in-store pickup only. But because we're in a COVID pandemic, they didn't say it's going to be on the shelves so you can come into the store and get them, or that you have to go to the electronics section and queue up. They said you have to buy them online for in-store pickup. So what happens? Our bots still at 9 o'clock within 20 seconds sold out the entire country.
Yeah.
And then as they got released, because the people who used bots were like, oh, I can't pick some of these up. People were spamming the button for an hour going, check out, check out, check out, check out, check out, check out, check out. And then some people were able to get packs, but the vast majority of people weren't, because scalpers used bots to abuse the system. So within an hour, a $6 pack of cards were on eBay for $50, $60, $70, $80, $90.
I believe it.
And it's ridiculous.
Allison's like, I have no idea what y'all are talking about. Because I remember they had a Rosalina was a Target exclusive amiibo, and I had to import it from Japan because I could not get it anywhere because like it was just such a mess with those scalpers. So
here's what I did.
That amiibo.
I am I'm a perpetrator of the system. I did pay a scalper $45 for a pack.
And
as soon as I get that pack tomorrow, I'm going to write a 0-star review and rip that seller a new one. And I've already gone through on eBay and have gone to multiple people and say, do not buy, awful person, blah, 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 blah. So I'm that petty girl.
Good.
But because I actually genuinely want the cards for my collection, I literally did spend $45 on it.
Yeah.
Which is not helping the cause. Like I'm telling other people not to buy them, but yeah, I bought them myself. So
what
I
is
understand
the retail value for? $9? Like how much is it in retail value?
$6.
$6. Yeah.
It's $1 per card. There are 6 cards in there. So basically, that happened. And then there have been Japanese cards available for a long time, but they're still hard to find.
Yeah.
And you only get 2 cards in each pack, but there was somebody who was selling 5 unopened pack of Japanese cards for $40. Normally they're $150. And so they brought down the price because they were hoping, I think, to get some people to think they were buying the American ones when they were buying the Japanese ones, but I knew the difference. So me being a boss ass bitch spent $80.
Yeah. The next time Tim and I are in Taiwan, like the last time we went, there was like Amiibos everywhere. Like they don't have that problem over there. So next time, like we go over to like there, like Japan or something, I'll let you know. So like if you need me to get any Amiibos, I'll hook you up.
Oh yeah.
But that's and Allison, if you need any Amiibos too, I can.
No, I have a friend, Larry Evans, who made this for me. It is a baby Yoda.
It kind of looks like an Amiibo.
That's why I picked it up. This is my Amiibo. It's the child, and he's supposed to hold pins.
Oh, that's cute.
He's my pen. That. My friend Larry made it for me, so that is my Amiibo story.
You know what? I want to give a shout out here to JL, who said, "I totally get it, Beth. I spend insane amounts on my hobbies, and you know what?
Yeah, why
normalize that?
And that's exactly it.
Your thing.
I'm not upset. I budgeted. It was fine, whatever. But my main issue are these people who, like, if we didn't live in the United States, it's like illegal pretty much everywhere else in the world to do scalping the way that these people did. And of course, the US profits off of this, and Target profits and Nintendo profits, so they're not going to change the system. So that's why I get upset.
It always comes down to fuck the patriarchy, no matter the topic.
Keep the rich.
Really, that makes me so mad because you're so right.
I can't say anything to anybody. I mean, you want to see how many fucking Bath and Body Works and Yankee candles I have?
Oh,
I go through Yankee candles quite often.
I freaking mix the scents. I have sold candles for these companies. I have been like, you need to mix this and that together. Okay. And it's going to
They discontinued my favorite candle. It was called November Rain. I'm still very upset about it.
I'm going to start making my own candles, and I'm going to give them special names. Like there's one we're going to put in the bathroom, and I'm going to call it Courtesy Flush.
I love it.
Courtesy Flush.
And that is copywritten or whatever it's called. So if you try to steal it, I'm going to come for you. And you're going to be scared because remember, I'm fucking crazy and I have a certificate and you don't know what I'm going to do. Bitch.
On that note, I think thank you guys so much for tuning in for us to recap the challenge episode 1
for 10 minutes and then do a BS breakdown.
Yeah.
9 minutes, 55 seconds is how long we made it.
I'm proud of us, honestly.
And I'm standing in my chair, showing my sweatpants, telling stories about how I growled and hissed at people 20-some years ago.
Honestly, it is what it is. If MTV is looking at people covering the challenge and they see this, maybe it'll like incentivize them to make a better show. You know, like I found another podcast that I was listening to today, and they actually recapped the challenge, and they were only like 35 minutes. So like it's not like an us problem. Like it's just a boring show.
I was watching. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. I was watching.
Truly.
I was watching Godzilla versus King Kong on HBO Max, and I was
so many people were today.
I was watching it I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch the first 30 minutes of it and then join the challenge so I can fast forward through the commercials on my DVR. And then all of a sudden, Tyler sends me the message, "It's only an hour," and I was like, "Fuck."
I have some issues with that movie because I've only seen the trailer, but I assume it's going to be a bad movie. But I'm very disappointed that Millie Bobby Brown took that role. I feel like she's above doing a movie like that.
I am too.
I bet you got paid out the wazoo.
Oh my God! Listen, I'm too.
Right, but like I really think that Millie Bobby Brown will be like an A-list celebrity like when she's like 10, 20 years from now.
She is an A-list celebrity.
Well, you know,
already
in her like adulthood, like when she has like I feel like she could be like the next like Meryl Streep or something is what I'm saying. I think she's that talented and so for her to do like a movie like this,
she's got to. I just need movies with storylines that make sense. I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, we watched Butt Boy.
Yeah, and it made. Anyway, I'm not going to ruin anything for Godzilla's and the Godzilla. Yeah,
that was your plot.
King Kong. But I love Skull Island, the King Kong movie they did a few years ago. I really liked that. I liked the first one that they did a few years ago. But, you know, enough. It's just something. Enough already. I can't even begin. I'm just going to go watch 4 more hours again of Justice League.
I believe it.
Because I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well,
for the fifth time, we'll try to wrap up this show.
What a show. What a show. We're down to 9 viewers. God bless you, 9.
And then it doesn't help. I just yawned. What an endorsement for our show.
Listen, I'm surprised we had any after my hair. I was talking about my hemorrhoid, Big Al. Who's been hanging in there for dear life.
Yeah. Okay.
I pumped my nostrils, so
I'm very impressed with your nostril flexing skills. Yes, all right. So
can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
So my son and I both have really big flared nostrils, and sometimes in restaurants when he was younger, we would take the straws and the paper off the straw and ball them up in little balls, and then we would lean on the table and take one of the straws and put it on the table, and we'd see who could get their straw ball across the finish line or to the straw with just blowing it with their nose. We'd be like, and you can imagine why everyone in the restaurant is like, that's the most disgusting fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. This bitch is going to be in a mental institution someday. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to mute myself so I can't say anything else.
All right. Everybody, we'll see you guys back tomorrow at 10 for Big Brother Canada 9. Goodbye.